Down theme song introduces another session of Are You a Genius? Presented for the American fighters and their allies. And conducted by the master half-wit, the genius who set record lows in every Army classification test, the star of this show, Eddie Mayhoff. That's me, men. I thank you. Are you a genius? Now, this is a simple game. I ask a question, then comes music for a half a minute or so, and then I give the correct answer. I know they're correct because they're written down here for me. Now, each correct answer is worth a number of points. Your genius rating is your total score. Now, it'd be a pretty good idea to get out a pencil and some paper because this is really a game for you. You can match wits with your buddies. In other words, are you a genius or is it the guy next to you? Now, do you understand how to play this game? You do? Okay, let's go. That was me, too, fellas. See, I ring the bell, blow the bugle, select the question, sweep up the floor afterwards. Then I hurry home, so I'll be there in time to get my whipping. Okay, now pay attention. Here we go. Let's have no old men running up and down the aisles, because right here is the first question. It has to do with an everyday scientific fact, and it shouldn't be too tough. Here it is. Why doesn't it hurt when your fingernails and hair are cut? For 10 points, why doesn't it hurt when your fingernails and hair are cut? Music. Why doesn't it hurt when your fingernails and hair are cut? Very simple. Because fingernails and hair do not have nerves. Because fingernails and hair do not have nerves. If that was your answer, score your first 10 points. Of course, there are a lot of guys that are going to claim that a GI haircut does hurt. Matter of fact, I know a rookie who was in the barber chair, and the barber said, "How are the clippers going?" The rookie said, "Well, that depends. If you're cutting my hair, it's going pretty rough. But if you're skinning me, it's going pretty easy." So even if a GI haircut does take several days to heal up, we can't allow you anything on that. As my school teacher, the one who taught me the Palmer method, used to say,
"All right, class, now remember, let's not quibble, scribble, or dribble. Shall we do that, children? And let's all just team up together in our joyous work. Shall we do that?" Ooh, ooh.
I could have hit her in the back of the neck with a hot apple. Okay. All of which brings us to the next question.
Pardon me, Mr. Mayhoff, but could I get in on this question stuff? Could I, huh?
No, Orson. Go away, will you? That's Orson Klotz, fellas. He's so dumb, he thinks Einstein is one short beer. That's silly. Einstein is one short beer. Yeah, I wonder how many beers it is.
You're not going to let me try, huh?
Maybe later, Orson. Look, right now, you see, the men are ready for the question. You see, this is a question game we're doing here. All right, question number 2. Here it is. How many pounds of milk do you suppose it takes to make a pound of butter? 13, 15, 17, 19, or 21? 15 points if you get this one right. How many pounds, not quarts, how many pounds of milk does it take to make a pound of butter? 13, 15, 17, 19, or 21? Pick a number. 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Well, according to the Department of Agriculture, it takes 21 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of butter. 21 pounds of milk for 1 pound of butter. That's 15 points if you got that one right.
Mr. Mayhoff, do you think maybe you could let me in on this genius business? You suppose? You know, I got brains that I ain't even used yet.
Look, I'm sorry, Orson, but I'm really very busy.
Well, then, look, let me give you a question. Wait a minute now. I want to be sure I got it straight now. Let's see. Oh, yes. what two coins make 55 cents and one of them isn't a nickel?
And one of them isn't a nickel. All right, Orson, now think about it. That guy kills me with his childish question. Oh, well. Now we come to genius question number 3. This is a musical problem, and so I'll oil up the old burpulette and make with the melody. I said you better stand back, fellas, way back, because as I warm up, there is a fine spray that comes out of the end of this thing. Okay, here's the question. What seasons of the year do these 3 tunes remind you of? There will be 3 what I call laughingly called tunes, and of course 3 seasons. 5 points for each one you get right. And here is the first one. Ready? Here we go. The season that should remind you of is summertime. 5 points if you got it right. 5 points. Of course, I didn't play it any too good, but that's not my fault. I've never been able to make an instrument fast enough for me. You know, sometimes I'm 4 notes ahead of the mechanism. I want you to realize that. All right, now here's the second song. Try to guess the season. Ready? Here we go. Ready? 5 more points if you got that. The answer to that one is spring. And the tune was Mendelssohn's Spring Song. The swallow you heard in there was by the courtesy of the Capistrano Chamber of Commerce. Okay, here we go to the last of the 3 tunes. What season of the year does this remind you of? Bing, bing. 5 points if you got that one. The song was Walking in a Winter Wonderland. And naturally, the season was winter. If you got all 3 of them correct, you can add another 15 points to your score so far.
Mr. Mayhoff, did you get the answer yet to that question that I asked you? You know, what 2 coins make 55 cents and one of them isn't a nickel? Did you get that one yet?
Look, Orson, I don't like to hurt your feelings, but that question is too easy to even bother with. What 2 coins make 55 cents and... Why, it's a 50-cent piece and a...
Remember now, one of them isn't a nickel.
Of course not. I understand. Let's see. What 2 coins make...
All right, I'll be back later when you've had a chance to consecrate. You can take plenty of time to figure that one out.
Okay, let's get on with the questions here. Hey, that's kind of tough at that. 2 coins, 55 cents. Well, all right. All right, come on, pay attention, fellas, now. Here we go. Question number 4. It's about movies. Here it is. What famous moving picture comedy team started their career in burlesque, gained fame on the Kate Smith Show, and scored their first hit on the screen in a picture about the Army? 10 points for this one. What comedy team started out in burlesque, gained fame on the Kate Smith Show, and then scored their first hit on the screen in a picture about the Army? You want to be in pictures. They're funny, too, those guys. You got it, fellas? You got that one right? You have another 10 points. The answer is Abbott and Costello. Abbott and Costello was right. Anybody who ever went to a burlesque show should know that. I used to go to those girl shows all the time, but I had to give it up. I'm too nearsighted. In order not to put a strain on my eyes, I had to sit so close to the runway, I got splinters in my nose. Silly, isn't it? Yeah, I can't get that one yet. You know, that 2 coins and one isn't a nickel. Can't be 5 pennies, huh? Oh, well. There we go. Question number 5. If you get this one right, you can add another 10 points to your score. Here it is. There were 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Was George Washington one of them? That's the question. For another 10 points. Was George Washington one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence? That's the only patriotic thing we can think of here, fellas. Got it? The answer is no. No. Washington was not one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. That document was adopted by the Continental Congress in Philadelphia on July 4th, 1776, and signed by John Hancock as president and Charles Thompson as secretary. But it wasn't until August 2nd, 1776, that a copy was signed by members of the Continental Congress. And George Washington was not a member. 10 points for that one.
Mr. Mayhoff, did you figure that one out yet? That, that question I asked you, about the 55 cents,
No, I didn't, Orson. And will you please go away? I've got work to do. I can't be bothered with all these interruptions.
Some genius.
Yeah. I'm beginning to hate him. Let's see. It might be a quarter and 30 cents. Oh, that's too many coins. Quarter, 30. Let's see. Oh, well. Well, that ends our questions for this quiz session, men. Add up your scores. Do not be embarrassed. Do not be embarrassed. If you got them all right, your score should be 60. And if you're not a genius, you're on your way, kid. 40 points is about average, and anything above that is excellent.
Mr. Mayhoff, you give up on that question I asked you yet? You give up on that question? You've been sitting there your face has been kind of in a sort of a sunken position. I thought maybe you were kind of figuring out the question.
No, Orson, I've been too busy, and I haven't even thought about it.
Okay, if you don't want to know the answer, then so long.
Now, wait a minute. Look, Orson, don't be hasty. Sit down a minute, will you? The question was, what two coins make 55 cents, and one of them isn't a nickel? Is that right?
Yes, yeah, that's right. You haven't got it, though.
All right, I give up. What two coins are they?
A 50-cent piece and a nickel.
Now, wait a minute. You said one of the coins wasn't a nickel.
Yeah, the one that isn't a nickel is a 50-cent piece. Some genius, you are. Some genius.
Remind me to set a trap for that guy, will you? All right, we'll be back soon to give you another crack at the new Army game, fellas. Are you a genius? You need no cards, no chips, only your old noodle. We give you free music, free questions, a free education. Will you get out of here, Orson? And you pick up whatever you can on the side. This is Eddie Mayhoff signing off and asking you once again, are you a genius? I am not. As a matter of fact, my cousins are all full-blooded American idiots. Are You a Genius is produced by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America. This program has been a part of our English language shortwave service.